Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here again in the undisclosed location to share with you another long overdue movie review. Yes, indeed, I saw this movie a while ago, but because of the whole moving of the collection and the building of the spooky shit and the other stuff, didn't get around to record it. Which sucks, not gonna lie. But I am here to regale you with a movie review of a movie called The Last of the Living. Yes, indeed. Here it is. You're probably asking yourself, Professor, what's the deal? You usually showcase the DVD of the movie that you're talking about and showcasing the beautiful physical format. Unfortunately, much like Werewolves of the Third Reich, I did have this thing separate so that I could review it, but when I was moving everything to the spooky shed, everything got sent there, and since I can't access the spooky shed, I don't have the DVD, so, again, here is the box art of a picture that I took and I uploaded to my Instagram. There it is. Last of the Living DVD. Indeed. And now, we are here to talk about this movie that I saw and again didn't have time to actually record the video for. You might be asking yourself, Professor Macabro, what is that movie about? Well, let me tell you. This movie is about the zombie apocalypse. Of course it is. There's enough movies to fill the Grand Wall of China of zombie movies. You could fill them all, stack them up, make a whole wall of zombie movies. That would dwarf the Great Wall of China, you see. There are so many zombie movies out there. It's like crazy. So many zombie movies. A lot. So many. And this is one of those. This appears to be an independent movie. Doesn't look low budget, but doesn't look very high budget. But, let me see. What can I compare this to? Think if you got the concept of 28 Days Later, because this is well into the zombie apocalypse, and you sprinkle it in a little bit of Shaun of the Dead, and you get The Last of the Living. It's about this group of 3 survivors, the nerdy, nervous guy, the guy that's so full of himself and he thinks he's way cooler than he actually is, and the guy that's kind of a rock star and is actually a little bit of a badass. And they're surviving the zombie apocalypse, just getting by, living the best of their life. And they come across a hot chick, and they're like, holy shit, we haven't seen a hot chick in months, years probably. And this girl's hot. Let's talk to her. And she's on their own with her papa. And both of them appear to be scientists, and they claim to have the cure for the zombie apocalypse. Now, these 3 schmucks don't really care about curing the zombie apocalypse. They want to see which one of them can get with the lady, and fair play. Fair play, I mean. If I was hanging out with 3 dudes, and I came across a hot chick, I'd be like, fuck you guys, I have needs, and hot chick, I'll do whatever the fuck she says as long as I can get a piece of that. So they try to help her, but then they have the cure, and then during the scuffle of everything, the cure gets dropped, and she's like, well, shit. Now I need to get another vial and process it and do the whole experiment thing so we can get a cure and then fuck off to an island that supposedly is working on the cure. And they're like, well, shit. That seems like a lot of effort to go for a little piece of action, but again, it's been a while and hanging out with 3 dudes. Fuck it, let's see what happens. So, they go and they get the blood sample and they do the thing and then they escape. It's a whole thing. The really potential badass rocker guy gets killed off. So like, well shit, that's disappointing. He was kind of cool. So you're just left with the hot chick, the nervous nerdy guy, and the guy that's full of himself and he thinks he's cooler than he actually is. And they go around, they get into a plane, and they fuck off to the island, and then the chick gets bitten, and she's like, oh, I'll be fine. I'll drive you fuckers to the island, and then we'll land, and then they'll put the cure on me, and then ha 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 ha. But unfortunately, this was a suicide mission. Things go tits up and not the way that they expected. And you get an ending that you might like, you might not like. I won't spoil it. You'll have to watch it. But yes, Last of the Living. It's a very peculiar beast. Again, it's a zombie apocalypse, so if you like zombie movies, you're sold right there. If you like your 28 Days Later, this is zombie movies, it's not rage infected like in that one. But if you like your Shaun of the Dead, this isn't as good as Shaun of the Dead. I'm gonna come right out and say it's not as good as Shaun of the Dead. But it's not boring. It has its own humor. I don't know where this was actually recorded. They do have an accent. So I don't know if it's New Zealand or Australia or a different part of the UK. They have a very weird accent that I can't quite place. So there's that. The humor is very regional, you could say, but it was still funny, still enjoyable. And again, you might not particularly like the cast of three guys, but you kind of understand their predicament and where they're coming from. Again, that was me, and I haven't seen a hot chick in a while, and a hot chick comes here into the undisclosed location, so like, dude, you gotta accompany me because I have a cure. There might be a chance that I get some. Well, yes, I'm gonna go and help the hot scientist chick to cure. Fuck off, I care what she's curing as long as I get a piece of that. So I understand that need to risk everything on a suicide mission for the chance to maybe get some. Fair play. So, yes, do I recommend this? Yes, it's not boring. Like I said, the humor's hit or miss. The characters you might like, you might hate. But it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Good zombie effects, good kills. It's filmed on location. There's no CGI. Everything looks practical. And anything that uses practical effects gets an A-OK in my book. So, it's got a lot of things going for it. It does lack a few things because it is low budget, it does look independent, and there is some culture shock maybe that comes through, but I still recommend The Last of the Living. If you can find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I came across the DVD, so that's how I came across it. But if you can find it somewhere, definitely give it a watch. I think, let me remember. It's been a while since I saw this movie, but I think I saw an upload, a very crude upload. You know, the ones where you get this big old frame and the picture is playing on this little itty bitty screen. I think I saw that on YouTube, so you might want to try YouTubing it. Or your Tubi might differ from the Tubi from the rest of the world. You might want to look there. Tubi usually is the go-to place to find obscure movies. But I know for sure, I think I saw it on YouTube, so you might want to check it there. But I do recommend it. Definitely give it a watch. And if you have seen it, what did you think about it? Do you agree with me that it's an okay independent zombie flick? Do you disagree and think it's a piece of shit? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro, still alone in the undisclosed location, but thanking you for your watch and welcoming all our new subscribers. Welcome to the party, people. But abandon all hope, ye who enter here. So I hope you enjoyed the ride, and I wish you all, like always, a good evening.